What's up guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another bullet journaling video. This month is a little bit interesting because I'm actually filming this at the beginning of May before I leave for my 3-week trip to Europe, and this is going to be kind of another instance of a pre-filmed video, but since I'm basically getting back right when June starts, I did kind of want to have June planned out before I leave. Now this isn't necessarily anything new or particularly interesting, but you guys seem to like bullet journaling videos, and it does give me a chance to kind of talk about changes that I'm making to my routine, adaptations that I'm making to my spreads, as well as just kind of update you guys on my life. So first things first, this is another custom cover that I made. It was watercolor. I think it's cute. It's not necessarily like my favorite design, and I think I actually enjoy making the covers a lot more when there's not really any pressure. So I decided, starting with the month of May, that I was not going to be offering the covers as like downloads on my Patreon anymore. I mean, I think they're cute, but I think what I enjoy more is using this as a learning opportunity to kind of work out the kinks with the covers, and then maybe next year I can do more kind of download stuff if you guys are interested. But it just gives me some time to perfect the process a little bit. So, as always, I like to have the little calendar on the back. I think this one could have been a lot bigger, and it got a little messy with the watercolor there. So it's not a pretty spread, but I think it gets the job done. We can see another return of the habit tracker. This is very similar to the habit tracker I've been using for the last couple of months, with a few minor changes. I decided to kind of cut out the whole period tracker that was on here. I just didn't find it particularly helpful. And I also cut out, I think, like washing my hair, because I kind of realized, like, why am I tracking this? I think one of the things that was so appealing to me about the bullet journal when I first started was that I could literally track anything and everything I wanted. And so I was kind of overshooting it at the beginning and tracking things that I really didn't need to track or had any need to think about at all. And I think after a few months of bullet journaling, I'm realizing that I'm kind of thinking too much. And so now I'm really kind of trying to simplify things and only track what I need to track. I also decided not to track Facebook anymore. Facebook for me has been sort of like way on the back burner. I would call it like, I would say Facebook for me is on the back burner, but in somebody else's kitchen. Like, it's not even really a concern for me at this point. I don't really see a lot of growth on there, and I think that that's just a sign that I should focus on the platforms I am growing on, and kind of just not worry about meeting a quota for something that's not really showing me any growth. So yeah, and then I also included a new part down here where I have a progress tracker for some of my bigger projects. The Zodiac project is included on there, even though I'm really only going to be making progress for the month of June, or I guess June and July technically, because I'll be filming the June portion before I leave as well. So yeah, just I'm experimenting with that a little bit. The weekly spreads are a little bit more simple. If you remember from, I believe I did this all throughout April, and I think I did this for March as well. Ugh, gosh, April was a busy month. I had these little to-do lists, but I kind of found myself utilizing this whole space as a to-do list, so it didn't really make sense to have a separate area for that. So I basically decided to simplify this again. I did the dates a little bit differently this time, and I think it looks very cute. Kind of has this whole sunset-y color scheme going on here, and I added a couple of stickers as well, and I also added these inspirational quotes for each week, and I just think that they're kind of a little fun reminder. I'm only taking one class this summer, so my class workload will be a lot lighter, but my social media game is gonna ramp up a little bit so that I can get ahead and kind of get things figured out before I start fall semester again. And you can see I did these little YouTube icons here for whatever video is going up that day. I like to have this because I also started doing this little idea here where I have a little Instagram and Patreon icon there for the Instagram and Patreon post that's going up, but those are a lot more flexible. The YouTube videos are pretty standard, and usually whatever YouTube video is going up that week will influence my Instagram and Patreon posts for the week as well. So having this in place and kind of consistently giving it a spot in the bullet journal will help me plan out other social media posts as well. And I also brought back this divider for the weekends and kind of having Saturday and Sunday on both days. Just because it's summer, I don't really feel like I'm gonna be jam-packed all weekend long, so I think this will serve me pretty well. And if you're wondering what I used to color the days of the week as well as doing some of these headers, I used my mild liners. I believe I used them from 2 out of the 3 sets that I have. So the only one I didn't use was this one, which is more of a traditional highlighter set. But these are very, very useful. I love these. They're very pigmented and they're just like, they don't bleed through. They're super, super nice and easy to use. I also used one of these Suo color art markers. These aren't great, but they worked well just to write in the quotes up here. Of course, I used my trusty Staedtler Tri Plus fine liner. I love this thing. And then just like rulers and stuff, you know, nothing I really have to present to you guys. I'm sure you have your own version at home. I just kind of have some little reminders in here, another quote. Each one is different, and I kind of just looked to Pinterest to find quotes that I really liked. All the weeks are obviously very much the same. I like to mark the 28th of each month. That's when I like to kind of pay my bills. And that is it for the weekly spreads. And as for the video schedule, it pretty much looks the same. I think that this is a good system. It lets me know what days that I'm posting videos on. It gives me a place to put the video title. And I usually write the video title in Erasable Pen, which allows me to kind of make changes as necessary. The erasable pens that I have been using are the Pilot Frixon clickable ones. These are really, really great. I take these with me everywhere, and this is usually the pen that I kind of have in my little pen holder here. I am going to be looking to experiment with some different erasable pens in the very near future. So if I try out some more, I will definitely update you guys in future bullet journaling videos and let you know what I think about them. You probably also saw this little washi tape detail that I used in the beginning as well. I just really liked the colors. I thought it was bright and punchy. I literally have no idea where I got this. I've had it forever, probably from Michael's or something, but it's definitely more of like a paper texture. And it's not super, super sticky, but it does do really great in this platform, in the bullet journal, and I like it a lot. And then I just have 2 little sections down here for notes. I have some things for next month, and then a little place to jot down future video ideas. And that is pretty much it for the June bullet journal. I feel like for the most part, I've found a system that really, really works for me, with the exception of a few minor things that I've been wanting to change here and there. If you guys have any suggestions on things you would like me to try in my bullet journal, maybe comment that down below. That way I can experiment with that in next month's bullet journal, which you can see I kind of already have a little theme planned out. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on my channel and watching these videos. So if you liked this one, be sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye!